I think one of the purposes of our show, This Week in White Supremacy, is to show people, there are still people who do not believe like white supremacy and white privilege exists.
Which is crazy, but continue.
Crazy is the thing, right? So obviously you're in a fantasy world, but there's some great examples of the undisputable fact of white supremacy and white privilege.
Some would say that's an opinion. The people that critique on our show say we only give opinions.
So listen. Mm-hmm. So this is what I find fascinating. So when you look at right now, the champion of white people, white Trump? Supremacy is Donald Trump, right? Okay. And one of the things they love about Donald Trump is that Donald Trump is arrogant, right? That Donald Trump is out here talking stuff on his opponents, right? Mm-hmm. Donald Trump is always giving somebody a nickname, right? Sleepy Joe. Didn't he call somebody Tiny Hands or something? Said somebody had little pudding hands fingers. Or something? Right.
Pudding fingers is the best one, yeah.
Little Mark Rubio.
Oh, I forgot. That was wild disrespectful.
Yeah, wild disrespectful. Calling Ted Cruz's wife ugly. Your wife's ugly is a wife. I mean, we're trying to debate to be who president of the United States. Wife too ugly to be first lady. I mean, think about how crazy that is.
That's crazy.
But they love the fact that Trump won't bend, won't break, continuously is talking his
right.
So now all of a sudden all these other white people come. Now here's Elon Musk, right? On X. And he might be on X for real, you know what I'm saying? But I'm saying on
might be. Maybe.
on the app, right? Talking his right? Ron DeSantis now talking his white people love it. They love it. Until a black man steps up and talks his is arrogant in his success. We're not talking about just some regular brother, right? Mm-hmm. We're talking about, you could argue that Deion Sanders is one of the greatest athletes. You could argue he's the greatest athlete of all time. He's in that argument.
Yeah.
Of greatest athletes. The man won a Super Bowl and a World Series.
The only athlete ever to do that.
Right. Played in the NFL and Major League Baseball at the same time, in the same season. I'm leaving the NFL game. I'm going to play baseball game, right? You could argue he is the greatest defensive back of all time, right?
I mean, I would say yes.
Hall of Fame, College Hall of Fame, Football Hall of Fame, decided he wants to be a coach. Started off with Little League.
Coach Prime, man.
They said the one guy who's the running back on the team, he coached him when he was 8 years old. Worked his way up, went to HBCU, put Jackson State. They were broadcasting their games on ESPN. Mm-hmm. Now at Colorado, came out 3-0.
Yeah.
And he recently lost. This week he lost.
I feel like this is a very, Stephen A. Smith introduction. I'm not mad at it. Keep going.
And white people, now they're happy.
Didn't someone say that Oregon is taking a stand for everybody?
Yes.
All of us.
Your favorite person.
Who
said that?
You know her? Is this somebody?
Yeah, who is it?
She's formerly of ESPN.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Who? Was it Sage Steele?
Yes.
No, it was not. No, this is a journalist named Kari Steele.
Kari, yeah.
Oh.
Maybe this is Sage's
maybe the
more
burner
racist,
account.
More racist sister. I don't know.
In my brain, I thought it was the same person.
No.
Look, misinformation. Yes. I just try to put it out there.
Oregon is taking a stand for all of us. Why? Why is it when a black man is arrogant in his success, talks his, keeps receipts, you know what I'm saying, has something to say for all these people that said his experiment was going to fail, why is it that when he speaks his truth, now all the white people want him to lose? Did I prove my point, or do you all have something to add?
I would honestly say that it's very similar, even though Mike Tomlin wasn't that outspoken about it.
Mike Tomlin has never been outspoken.
No,
like
but
that.
he's very much, I'm not talking to the media, he's very short, and he's been called arrogant. He's been called a lot of other things by the white media.
Can you like succeed as like a head coach
and be black and then not have like aspersions cast against you?
I'm just saying, and not like, what's wrong with having confidence in yourself?
Nothing.
I mean, isn't like part of sports is that you have to have like a belief in yourself, right? A confidence in yourself that you are the best. I mean, that's how you get to these elite statuses. Why is it okay for Donald Trump or DeSantis to like talk all this on the people that disagree with them?
Right.
But then when a black man does it, it's so horrible and he has to.
When who does it?
When a black man does it, like, why do we have to be like,
a blockade?
Yes, like why do we have to be like, thank you, Master, for giving us this opportunity to play your game or coach your game? Like, why do we have to be?
They love to see players. They love to see black people put their bodies on the line. They like to see black people perform for entertainment. And this isn't to say anything against professional athletes, but that's the lens that white people, I would say, generally in the country like to see black people as. Not coaching the team, not running the team, not being outspoken, not being in a place where you can champion your own success and then talk about it. And it's even more annoying that Dion isn't playing no more.
He's not playing. But I would say this, like, because we've also seen this with players. Remember when Joe Burrow, who's the quarterback of the Cincinnati Bengals, like went to the Super Bowl? He had like furs on.
He came in with the ice on and everything.
Gold
he was dripped out, man.
And it was like, people was like, oh, but when Cam Newton did it. He's arrogant. Like, what's wrong with him? Why is he dressing like that? Why is he acting like this? But like when Joe, now it's all cool now. Right. Oh, he's Joe Cool. He's cool. He's so fresh.
They're calling him Broadway Joe all over again. Like
Right. Yeah. So here are some of the comments. Somebody said the racism towards Deion Sanders is despicable, but we have seen this movie before. Certain kinds of folks have a huge problem with confident and visionary black males, including in sports. Another person tweeted, bro, they're so happy Prime lost. This country hates success for black people. You have a clip from, Deion. And mind you, like, Deion has 3 times as many wins this year as the team had last year.
Right.
3-1. He's already, they got beat, but this is what Deion
trying
had
to beat
say.
Me. They're not trying to beat our team. They keep forgetting I'm not playing anymore. I had a great career. I'm serious. I got a gold jacket, ain't bad. So I'm good. But that's what it really is. I don't think they get any extra satisfaction, It is what it is. And I signed up for it, so let's go. No, they don't make it tougher on our team. These are grown men. I'm not out there. If I was out there playing against every coach I played against, we would be totally dominant.
He said, yo, let's go in the back. Let's go out back and square up real quick. You know what I'm saying? I'm not calling y'all out. Miracle, do you have any comment on, Deion Sanders and the backlash that he's getting for, talking his shit because he has, been successful this year, although they recently lost?
A great poet of our time once said, it's okay when they do it. It's a problem when I do it.
Very well done. Very well.
Shout out to Finesse 2 times.
Yes.
No, I do think there is this idea that black people should have to be humble and graceful and thankful for whenever we are at spaces and places we've worked hard for, deserve to be in, and where we enter. And people don't like the braggadocious black person. I think that's one of the reasons why people have an issue with hip hop and rap in general. Yeah. This idea that you're going to be your authentic self and you're going to wear your own hair, hang out with your own people, bring your own culture around. I think people hate it. Last week there was even someone was like, this looks like the BET Hip Hop Awards, right? Because whenever black people show up, it's got to be something different. And instead of saying like, this is just our normative way of being, it's like we need to clamp that down. We need to stamp that down. We need to say this doesn't belong in our league. We need to put noise ordinances out. We need to tell people they can't congregate and be together. And this is what we're seeing. I love Deion. I like how he said, today we're going to act the same as we did last week.
Absolutely.
We're going to have fun. We're still going to turn up. And even what cracks me up was the opposing. Yeah, that's what I was about to say. Even the opposing players were still doing the hand gesture. Of looking like look at the wrist. So look at the watch. And so to me, I do think that it's very funny how we keep saying we're post-racial. Yeah. But whenever a black person fails, just the happiness that it brings people, you clearly see that we are not post-racial. Absolutely. And it's different than, people hating on the Cowboys. It's different than people hating like on Green Bay because they're hating on like the teams and they're very consistent. Yep. This is you're hating on a person because you don't like
beautifully put.
Because you don't like the way he is, his authentic self, and because you haven't been able to break him. His whole entire career, you haven't been able to break him, and not to get too hoteppy, but this is like
buck breaking,
right? Like, this is what it is. Like you're mad. You're mad that he's wealthy, he's successful. Yes. You've dogged him his whole entire career, and his whole entire career he's believed in himself. Yeah. And this is what we say. Once you have a sense of self, nobody can break you.